Pick Central is Barstool's daily gambling show, and it is brought to you by, this angle makes me look fat. It's the angle. It's the pleat of the pants. Pick Central brought to you by Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey. Fireball, the #1 shot in America. With the end of the year approaching, raise it too high. Things can get overwhelming fast, whether it's work stress, visiting family for Thanksgiving, or the realization your team isn't making the playoffs or perhaps going to blow the World Series. Sometimes you just need an excuse to let loose, have some fun, or spark a little bit of mischief back into your life. Fireball Whiskey is there to help you say F it and free your fire. The Fireball Party Bucket is the perfect way right here. Ev's got it in front of him. The Fireball Party Bucket is the perfect way to spice up any watch party, tailgate, or Friendsgiving. With 20 nips on each container, it's a surefire way to take any event to the next level. The Party Bucket doubles as a cooler, so no need to worry about lugging that big one around at home. Just remove the lid, fill it with ice, and you have 20 ice-cold shots ready to go. Plus, no shot glass needed. Just crack it and kick it back. The Party Bucket is the perfect thing to buy to ignite any social occasion. Fireball, F it, and free your fire. And today, Thursday, November 3rd, we welcome back Smitty. Smitty, welcome back to the show. Thanks for being here, buddy.
Thank you. My apologies for being out yesterday during the World Series.
That's okay.
I apologize.
All right.
Yes.
All right. But you're back?
I am back.
After a World Series game last night. Probably not as fun of a World Series game to watch as the previous one.
Well, 2 games ago, the Phillies hit 5 home runs off of the starter, and last night they get no hit. It's baseball. What? Astros get shut out 2 nights ago. Phillies get shut out last night. It's the way it goes.
Okay, relax. I didn't say anything yet.
Well, you said blowing the World Series during the ad read. It's like
I might have been talking about the Astros fans.
like the Phillies were up 2-0, and then all of a sudden it's 2-2. No, we got a dogfight. Where'd you get that jacket?
Pretty sick, huh?
That's a sick jacket.
Fire jacket, I know.
Also, it's 75 degrees outside. You shouldn't be wearing a jacket, but it's that's like a Ray Allen jacket.
Good one, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it at the Bucs Stadium.
Yeah, thanks for being on time, too. Pete.
Glenn Robinson.
Yeah, I ran.
Big dog.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Here we go.
What's up?
That was a hell of a pick'em yesterday.
Good show.
I will say I laughed out loud when you said you followed Silvana for restaurant recommendations. That was a funny.
Why you would laugh at that?
It's just no, even if it's the truth, it's one of the funniest things I've ever heard. So it was a good show.
Good show.
Yeah, it's a good show.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
We're gonna talk about gambling and everything.
Yes.
Free space in here.
We doing the World Series?
We'll talk about the World Series.
When we do the World Series, can I have my minute, please?
Oh, my
Yes,
God.
And I what? He gets his own minutes. I mean, that's the rules.
That's fair.
Also, yesterday I
I
didn't.
might need a 3-minute rebuttal to wherever it is.
It's really nothing. It's actually really.
I'm going to stop and give myself credit. I told y'all last week, hey,
You did.
the number on the back-to-back home runs over 7 games is kind of crazy. Plus 600. I hope you all took it out there.
Did you take it?
I did not. I did not. I said
First thing I look over to Booze, I'm like, didn't Brandon Walker call that?
No, I said it on the show, and I was like, guys, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. And I said, when I get home tonight in Jersey, I'm putting it in. I got home that night in Jersey, put in like 2 NBA bets, a hockey bet, forgot all about it.
I told you the doubles market was nuts.
Doubles market. Thank you, Rico. Just 30 seconds of credit for me. Wasn't.
The whole thing's been nuts. What was the odds on a no-hitter? Like,
Dude, the plus 5,000, that should have been 500,000.
Right, it should have been way higher than that.
Unbelievable.
crazy.
I think they just didn't know how to price that because why price it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes, it was low.
if you're floating out 5,000, you got to be floating out 10,000.
Yeah.
It's low.
Like, just
yeah.
because.
It's it was low. It's a good hit for the guy.
Off pen,
obviously.
but good God.
Also, that guy just has to bet it all the time.
I would assume.
Because why would you bet it last night? With
No, I think that's a
No, that was for the World
I don't
Series.
think they're making you
plus
bet.
5,000.
You're a
yeah,
lunatic
yeah.
if you're betting that every
That's
night.
right. It is a series.
Which is still ludicrous.
It's like the back-to-back home run bet. Yeah.
Yeah, lunatic.
Yeah, like that. I don't know. I know the Don Larson perfect game. Is that the only other no-hitter in a World Series?
World Series. Holiday had the no-hitter
In the
2010.
playoffs,
Yes.
but-
Yeah.
I think Mike Scott had one in the NLCS in 1986.
Yeah. I've been berated on Twitter all day. No team has ever come back to win a World
I don't
Series
think
after
so.
being no-hit in the playoffs.
You wouldn't have no-hit the Mets.
Was it not in the NLCS? Was it in the
No, there's only 3.
No, you know what? It might have been the last series of the season to get into the playoffs. It was one of those. Mike Scott had a no-hitter in a very important spot in 1986.
Okay.
And
the Mets had to win Game 6 against the Astros, I believe.
he could have no hit the Mets. I mean, Mike Scott was a Cy,
They owned them. Yeah, they owned
Cy
them.
Young winner.
Oh.
Wait, whoa.
What?
Whoa, one person is able to do a no-hitter? I thought combined.
Oh, now you're gonna now you're gonna.
Well, I
do
mean,
this?
Mets fans put it on a T-shirt.
Now we're gonna belittle.
I didn't even do my minute yet. He's like, I need 3 minutes. He doesn't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
He's very on edge today.
I mean, Marty, we're tied in the World Series.
Yeah,
I
I
know.
know.
Birds are playing tonight.
Yes,
You're
sir.
tied.
A
And
war.
You're tied, and you got Syndergaard.
I mean, fucking Pod Room 2 is a mess. What are we doing here?
What an email that was.
I didn't get that one. Hold on.
Oh, you got to see it, yeah. Yeah.
We adults,
I
you
mean-
know what? I mean, people don't ever clean up. It's crazy.
Okay. Well, I now I must. If you guys. Okay. Here we go. Rico's in today. That was my topic number 1, and number 2 is last night Rediscovering America came out. Who sent that to us? I'd like to know.
Flatman.
Benjamin Mintz.
Flatman sent the email.
Flatman.
Mintz also sent an email last night.
Where?
Everybody,
Where-
which I liked.
I like
liked it.
the
I
headline
would
of.
do the same thing.
I've only done it one. Anyway.
I'm going to start sending all
Well,
content
Brandon.
emails with, like,
Yeah, your email was crazy.
the pick that I love.
Anyway, last night
Get everyone in on the field goal markets.
Rediscovering America was last night, and it was Rediscovering America, Louisiana, which means that Megan Making Money was in the video, Ben Mintz was in the video, a bunch of people that have weird, crazy accents were in the video, and then at the end of the video, this happened.
A lot of people have doubted me lately. I've been demoted at work. I've gone through a lot of hell in my life and a lot of demons I had to come back and see and find in New Orleans. And it's been a long, tough spiritual journey, but finally the king is back and he's taking his throne. Taking us up. Thank y'all so much for joining us, parading through the streets of New Orleans. What could possibly happen?
Shocking that band just showed up. Ben Mintz.
KB and Nick look like they swindle people on cruise lines for a living in those outfits.
Was that the announcement?
No, that king is back.
Riverboats up and down.
They just run a
shut up.
3-card Monty.
Bro, shut up. The video was still going. Do it again.
New Orleans, the king is back, and I'm coming home.
I do want everyone to know I asked Ben Mintz privately what it was, and he refused to tell me.
Yes, I saw that.
I actually refused to watch it after that.
I saw that, and it was crazy. He wouldn't tell you.
He left. I also walked past you on the street yesterday. You were so involved in a conversation.
Oh, damn, I missed you on the street. I'd have told you on the street.
It was
I just didn't want to tell you in the office because, you know.
No, it's all right.
So it said
Congrats,
the announcement said, New Orleans, I'm coming back. What-
Yeah, full-time. I'm full-time in New Orleans beginning of 2023.
So you're moving back. You're leaving.
Done. Yeah, moving back. We're not done. I mean, 3 years more with Barstool, but I already got a place in New Orleans. We're going to be full-time out of there and freaking ecstatic about it. Circle of life, baby. Really pumped. Really pumped.
Mufasa.
Yeah.
Mufasa died.
Just
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, I kind of like had my I had my low point on my journey was early 14 when I left NOLA and went back to Ole Miss.
Yeah.
And ever since I left, I've always wanted the NOLA redemption, and now the time has come 8.5 years later, and it's going to be really fun. There's a lot of good stuff going on down there, and it's going to be good to be with South. We got a lot of pin properties, the Barstool Sports book, and LeBear's Lake Charles, Baton Rouge, maybe building one in Bossier and Mississippi, and we're in Tennessee, and you know, it's going to be good, man. I'm excited about
Well,
it.
congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I know it
man.
must be wonderful to move back south. God damn it. I want to.
It is. It is going to be great. It's going to be great.
I want to so bad. Congratulations to you.
Thank you, man. I definitely wouldn't have pulled it off.
Hold on. Can somebody talk about something so I can read the email?
I mean,
Do the minute. Do the minute.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Marty Mush is the dumbest person on the show, but at the company.
I don't know if I'd say. There seriously is not much about even baseball, to be honest.
He's on one, though.
I know.
It's going to piss me off even more.
He's on one.
Do you want to show the video first?
Wait, there's a
We
video?
can't show the video because it's got
Can't show the video.
stuff we can't show on the.
Okay.
Well, that sucks, but it's fine.
Start the clock now.
So Christian Javier pitched a shutout yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I think combined no-hitters are the stupidest thing in the world. I don't believe in them. I don't think they should even count as a stat because it's not. You just pitched a good game and you had three other people help you. That's not the translator. He has a translator, and he told the translator that his parents told him that he was going to pitch a no-hitter in the World Series. This translator had to make that up. There's no way that his parents – actually, I could say every parent says, like, oh, you're going to do this. but he didn't actually do it. But I think a translator really does make up shit in an interview. I think that he just says whatever he wants, and I think that it's crazy that these people trust these translators to say whatever they want because they can't understand what they're saying after they say something. So I think the translator really, he also had no emotion after someone told him that. I think he was making it up.
Hey, Mush, if the Bible can be translated 1,000 times since inception to what it is today, we can still believe in it. We can believe in Javier's translator.
I don't believe him. I simply don't believe the translator.
I could see how your parents might
just-
just throw out like an offhand, like, hey, like go throw a no-hitter out there. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Why would you say perfect game, though?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, why
That's why I
stop with
think he's
no-hitter?
You
lying.
don't want to be too crazy.
Yeah, whatever.
Can I just say something right now?
They knew their son walks some people.
Yeah, I mean, he loses control.
You have a chance, if you're a sports gambler, to bet on 5 major sports tonight. College football, pro hockey, pro basketball, the World Series. What an incredible day. Sports Equinox. Oh, my God, it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And this motherfucker woke up and put on his Ray Allen starter jacket and said, I want to talk about the translator for the pitcher last night.
Yeah, because it has to be the most trustworthy person in the world for somebody. Like, you are putting he can say some racist things. He can say whatever he wants.
You realize, Marty, that most of the there's a significant portion of the audience watching that knows Spanish too.
Yeah, I know.
We can't just say anything.
A lot of the
Acuna
world.
said something last year on Instagram Live, and he blatantly came back and said, "No, I didn't say that." And a translator went back and said, "Yeah, you did. You did say that."
That was funny.
Like verbatim, and he still got away with it.
Translators are a thing that don't get talked about enough.
I don't know if I'd put the word enough in there. I'd say translators are definitely a thing that don't get talked about.
That's true.
I mean, I think we probably talk about them enough. We probably talk about them as much as we need to talk about them.
That's true.
I wish I
doesn't
was bilingual.
Why doesn't Frank have a translator?
You know who needs a translator? I don't know if y'all watched A Dozen the other night. Patty the Batty needs a translator.
Yeah, he does.
I maybe picked up 6 words.
Did you know Frank the Tank went to the Devils game with Frank the Yank?
No. What?
Yeah.
The fake Frank the Tank?
He went, and don't ask him what he looks like because it's very disappointing.
What does he look like?
A normal person. I wish he was just a whack job.
Like Frank the Tank? You ever been to a game with Joey Yanks?
No.
Oh.
It's on the bucket list.
Yeah, I bet that would be fun.
Fun.
That guy's a fucking character.
He is.
Is he verified?
No.
Is he going to be verified?
Sure. Well, not with.
You'll pay for
I think I burned my bridge on verifications, but we'll see.
Is Rico Bosco verified?
Oh yeah.
You
Okay.
definitely, yeah, I think you might have burned your bridges with the verification guy.
CBS might be losing his verification.
I actually thought about borrowing that from you for a day.
CBS?
CBS. Oh, I'm not sure if you can afford that one, buddy boy.
He doesn't own it, though.
I don't own it.
You could ask.
I could ask. I could ask. Sure.
Hey, and did you thank Whitney? I think he was pretty good on your side yesterday.
Yeah, he's good. Whitney's always good. We're tight.
How was it?
I have a take on Verlander.
Please.
Ebo, roll it. This is good TikTok. This is a legacy game for Justin Verlander.
Fact.
Is it your own?
Huge fact.
17 years, 244 wins, 3.24 ERA, 3,100 innings, 3,100 strikeouts, 9-time All-Star, Rookie of the Year. He's also married to a smoke. In 30 years, he's also 0-6 in the World Series and 8 appearances with a 6.7 ERA. In 30 years, when he looks back at it, is he going to put his head on the pillow and be like, yeah, it was nice, I was a Hall of Famer, or are we going to remember he's the guy who showed up when he needed to the most?
Not to mention he's going to
This
be
is
he's going to be the Cy Young winner this year.
Legacy. Yeah, he's won the Cy Young twice, finished second 3 times.
He's going to win this year.
I don't know how many more big games he's got.
Dude,
he's got to deliver in a big
the
spot.
fact he's not put up there as Kershaw in the World Series is mind-boggling.
He's either going to be like, yeah, I'm all right. I got a smoke wife, made a lot of money,
Probably that.
whatever. Or he's going to say, it's time to put your nuts on the line and deliver. And I don't know how many more big games he's got left. Tonight is a legacy game for Justin Verlander.
100%.
Series on the line, legacy type game.
He's going to be remembered for his shirtless picture.
Let's see what he wants to do.
Like, I guarantee half.
Not just
most,
shirtless. It was.
Yeah.
Great set of tits.
Most of the world will remember him. as
Look, if he didn't, he has one World Series win. I mean, granted,
I agree.
asterisks. I
And
think
that
if he
one
didn't
he-
have, I think if he didn't have that World Series win, it'd be more big of a deal. But it should be noted that
So
he
he got.
stinks in the World Series. Not only that, Dusty we'll get into Dusty.
Is that an exaggeration?
I
That
really don't think
like this is a spot for Verlander.
No,
I
it's
really
a huge
don't.
spot.
It's a huge spot. He has to win. It doesn't look good. But if they lose tonight and the Astros still won the World Series, I don't think it will be harped on as much ever.
I agree. I agree with that. But if they lose tonight and then they lose, then it will be.
Still don't think it'll be that harped on
It
Verlander.
might.
though.
Look, if the Astros lose this World Series, Dusty Baker should go down as the worst playoff manager ever.
I don't- you can't.
Dude,
Why would it be?
listen. Just listen. The fact that he didn't start Javier Game 3 over McCullers when Javier is legitimately the greatest pitcher on earth, not only for Game 3, but if he comes back in Game 7, he's going to be on shortened rest. Like, how do you not see that going in? Verlander has had his troubles in the World Series. Okay, maybe you throw him out there Game 1, see what happens. But, like, Framber is a better pitcher right now. You got fucking Rob Thompson bringing in Ranger Suarez in Game 3 after pitching Game 1.
Absolutely
What
not.
you're suggesting is going into Game 5 and not starting the reigning Cy Young winner.
No, I'm
Justin
saying
Verlander.
I'm saying
everybody starts.
I'm saying from the jump. I'm saying from the jump, it could have been different. It could have been different, and especially Game 3. Game 3 is a fucking catastrophe for Dusty.
Well, I want to talk to you about your guy because you ride with Philly Rob and everything, right?
Hmm?
You're really going into the biggest game in Philly's recent history tonight,
With
throwing Syndergaard in the bullpen.
mental case.
They're 2-0 in bullpen games. This
This is a
season.
big spot, man.
it was a big spot during Game
It wasn't
4
this
against the
big of a
Braves. It was
spot.
a big spot. Game.
Wait, are you fully declaring this a bullpen game?
has to be.
Yeah, with Syndergaard. Look, Zach Wheeler apparently.
That's crazy. Your manager has got Game 5 as a bullpen game.
There's no other
opportunity for
option.
Syndergaard
There's
to
no
go-
other option.
No, but if you're gonna shit on Dusty Baker for the way his pitching staff has played out,
Because Dusty Baker has
you're
like
doing a bullpen game in Game 5.
fucking Dusty Baker is one of the greatest pitching stats in Major League Baseball history, and he's still fucking it up. Rob Thompson's playing with scraps out there and making it work.
I don't
He's
think he's
putting
fucked it
Ranger
up. though.
Suarez.
He didn't fuck it up.
Yeah, Ranger Suarez is
He's got Verlander going today.
He didn't fuck it up
He
because
fucked it up by not pitching Javier
But
Game
even
3.
they switched.
Watch.
It still could be
Just
2-2
watch.
though. The thing is, it still be probably 2-2.
The Astros are far and away more talented than the Phillies, especially in the pitching staff. If the Phillies have no other option than to go a bullpen game today, unless you want to rush Wheeler back, who has been said to be fatigued. Like, there's no other option, and they're 2-0 in bullpen games. The Phillies are going to have to put up 6+ tonight.
But what you're saying to me is the way Dusty.
Also, Dusty Baker's playing Diaz in left field. The guy fucking stinks.
He has 2 losses in the playoffs this year.
I,
That's just a thing. Like
it's
the
just
two
bizarre,
things.
the Dusty Baker thing. That's all.
I think
it's
you
bizarre.
just simply really hate him.
You've always kind of not liked.
He's always said you.
I think
said he's the
because
worst manager. but
I'll tell you what. Ever since his kid bum rushed home plate,
That was 2002.
yeah, it's,
Like you
Can't
shouldn't
help
be
you,
out
man.
there. You shouldn't be out there. And did he
know
win
what?
that World
I
Series?
can't
Did he
help
win
him.
any World
I can't
Series?
help him. I can't help him.
The guy stinks in the World Series.
You know, like Rico's a big grudge guy. Smitty might be a bigger one. Quiet, like he will remember the rant like 2002 and make him
Smitty's a
hate.
huge grudge.
Yeah, huge grudge guy.
That was child endangerment, though. That kid
Thank you.
trampled.
It was a big deal. Who pulled him out of the way? Like Darren Erstad or
Oh,
something?
Snow, JT Snow. No, JT Snow. Was it? It was. Who was it?
I don't know.
I think it was JT Snow. Darren Baker's the name
Was
of the
he still
kid.
playing in 2002?
Wasn't
Yeah,
he?
he was.
He was on that
He
team.
was. He was on the team.
I think it was him.
That's a trivia question.
I think I just answered it. Can you guys look up the YouTube Darren Baker? See who grabbed him. Okay, good.
But
Back staff right.
even like Diaz in left field, like, and why isn't Vasquez playing catcher like 24/7? Like I just don't
They're
understand.
micromanaging the Astros.
Yeah, it's just
They are so talented. They should be.
They're in a 2-2 tie in the World Series. They're where they ought to be.
Should be at least
Fuck.
They should be at least 3-1, and
Why?
they should have at least.
Why? That's ridiculous.
Paul,
They should have at least one more
And
championship.
the World
under their belt.
Series.
Game 1 is undeniable, but I don't think Baker did anything to blow that. Like, the Phillies hit the ball, and they blew a 5-0
He
lead.
left Verlander out there too long.
It's your best
Not
pitcher, though.
really.
You
Not
die with your
really.
guy.
JT Snow did save Darren Baker.
Yes, thank you very much.
And now he is a double-A with the Nationals.
Darren Baker is.
Yeah.
He is?
Hit 290 this year.
Interesting.
Good for him.
I'd like to see him just make an appearance at home plate of this series. Like somebody's rounding the bases, he's just standing there. Somebody has to grab
I think
him.
we could all agree Dusty Baker's doing a pretty
I
good
think,
job.
yeah, we'll see. I'd like to see. In fact, you know what, Marty? I've seen Dusty Baker manage for a long time, get to a lot of World Series. I'd love to see Dusty Baker win this one and get one.
I
from him.
wouldn't.
story.
I want the Phillies to win. I think if any Yankee fans root for the Astros, you're a weirdo. But
I'm just telling you, the
you don't want
Astros,
the Phillies to win, right?
the Astros are so talented.
And I have the
The
Astros
fact
plus
that they didn't-
350.
Brandon,
I
would you
would-
say Dusty Baker's a lot like Andy Reid?
A lot like Andy Reid.
Yeah, he's like the baseball Andy Reid.
Yeah.
Can't close.
Andy Reid's great.
Dusty Baker's great, Mark. He's been to multiple World Series.
Andy Reid has a
Who else?
championship.
Doc Rivers is great too.
Doc Rivers, hell of a coach.
Smitty trying to cover up the Phillies right now. Look, if there's
Plus
one,
the
I need you out of the chat today. You're too on edge to be in
Don't
the
look
chat.
at the chat. You
You're
just
too on edge to be in the
forgets
chat.
he thought he was at home for a second.
Yeah.
Smitty was.
You're fighting too much in this room to be in that chat.
let me say this: if there's
worst thing
one,
Dusty Baker's kids did do is run into home plate. Andy Reid, his kids.
that's
God
awful.
damn it.
That's awful. That's awful.
Very topical.
He's got one kid
That's
that's
this week.
deceased,
Said
and
this
that-
week,
like,
too.
That's just awful.
saying.
Look, the Phillies. If there's one team that can overcome the mojo of getting no hit in the World Series, it's this Phillies team.
That's just a statement that could.
You said it didn't.
It's just
it
a
was
silly
shutout.
statement.
Yeah, it's just a shutout. It's not a silly statement.
This
team.
any team getting here 2-2 could potentially get over that. Like
I
what?
think that no hitter does nothing. It just they won.
I think if you're facing, if the Phillies pitch a no hitter against the Astros, I think it does more to the Astros than the Astros pitch a
Also,
no hitter to the Phillies.
and it's not just you. We heard this after Game 1. Oh, nobody can get over blowing a 5-0 lead in the World Series. Why not? Why not? Sure they can, and they can get over a no hitter.
Honestly, I mean the Astros have the pedigree as much as anybody to like get over get over something bad like that.
I'm not talking about the Astros. I'm talking about the Phillies. If the Phillies can overcome the mojo of something like this.
I don't think it's like
People are fucking coffin cornering them.
I also
already.
don't think
you
it's
get
that much.
burying
I don't think it's that much mojo. I think it's tonight's a different game.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I
sure, bro. I don't
think
give a
that You're
shit.
just getting hate on Twitter that you answer. I don't think it. I think
course.
it's literally just like it's
Marty, we're at war right now. I'm getting fucking shot.
I know, we're trying to bring it
the
back.
green room's
You're
a mess.
fighting
Pod
at
room
us.
2's a mess.
He needs to Photoshop him in
making crazy
Afghanistan.
statements out here.
What's the schedule? You streaming tonight?
We are streaming. Yes.
Well, why'd you answer it like that? He just asked the question.
Yeah, I said we are
Right,
streaming.
that's
You know what's going on right now? It's I Love Dusty 507 is in his mentions, and we're gonna.
Yeah, we're getting the
How
strap
crazy it
off.
is too. You have
We're
the
getting the strap
Eagles
on.
tonight too.
Well, let me
Altuve's
go.
my
Let me go on the record.
It's in his mentions.
Yeah.
We're gonna-
Was I or was I not disregarding Dusty Baker winning a World Series during the season?
Which was
Yeah,
crazy then.
You're wrong though. Like he's doing one of the
We'll
best
find
jobs
out.
you can. Like 2 losses in the playoffs is crazy.
We'll find out.
What is the eyeball ratio tonight? Phillies Eagles. Because you answer, but I have my own thought. If it was me,
It has to be.
Phillies. If you have one TV, the Phillies are on the TV.
oh well,
Eagles are on the
yeah,
radio.
I put it at 90. Like if it was me, 90-10.
Also, Rico can't picture a world where he only has one TV. I mean, that's
No, I just also like seriously. The Eagles will be on. I'm not gonna be. I wouldn't be paying any
If it was Eagles,
attention to that game.
if it was Eagles Cowboys, it'd be like 50.
Yeah.
Eagles Texans, it should be 90. Even if the Eagles lose tonight, some way somehow it's still 90.
Like, it's so
Here's a good one.
inconsequential.
So Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals 2010, Flyers Blackhawks was on, and Roy Halladay was pitching a perfect game. Which one do you go to? Real life scenario.
Hockey's a waste of ice.
or watch an NBA preseason game.
See, I mean, you're just a loser. Like, just answer the fucking question.
Is there
Is there a MAC game on?
are the Eagles practicing? Could I go out and watch them at all?
Not anymore. You could have then in Lehigh.
How was Villanova doing at the time?
What, 2010? Scotty Reynolds was gone, wasn't he?
Wrong guy.
Yeah, I know.
You know what? This is a free space for you. I'm not going to pile onto you, but last night when you said great event, Barstool Invitational and everything, and oh, what poor is me, you're fucking invited. Everybody wants you to be at the goddamn thing.
There's a little. Got it.
He
Little
wants
comedy.
he wants to be told like he's Stephen A. Smith. It's like, we need you there, and then you tell him you need him there. 20
I will
times.
personally invite you right
little
now.
Bill bit in those.
Hey,
tweets.
no, yeah, but I'm personally inviting you right now to do the mid-game, the between-game show with me.
Sure.
You'll do it.
No, I'll accept your invitation.
I will be honest though. I would die for that. I would
I
love
understand.
to be a part of that. I really would.
And I would love to do it with Marty, but I've been told by management not to ever include Marty in anything.
I can't do anything.
So you accept my invitation? Publicly right now, invitation
To go, yeah.
to do the
No, to go there.
between game show.
To go there, yeah.
Rico, you work for Barstool, and this is a gigantic event for Barstool.
I'll be there.
I'm asking you to be on camera for Barstool.
All right, I'll be there.
To do what?
Attend the event. Hear those sneakers.
I'll throw it out there right now, too. Jeff didn't do
See this?
worst type of Phillies fan on Twitter. And I put fan in quotes.
Justin Dude's the worst type of a lot of things.
Well, his Twitter feed, I'm scrolling through it last night. You got Phillies hate, Phillies hate, Phillies hate, tits or ass, Uvalde shooting scene.
Where was that?
I mean, just a lot of stuff's going on in that Twitter feed. But the Phillies stuff, worst type of fan.
You trying to change the vibes again with the Big Sean his mid shirt?
The vibes were changed.
Explain that.
Changed
Trying to change him back?
I didn't catch that one.
Big Sean.
She's
Mid.
Huge Big Sean.
She's a Big Sean.
Massive.
Okay, got it. All right.
Mid means he's not good.
No, I got mid. MJF's my best friend. I got mid. Who's Big Sean?
Rapper.
Why does she love Big Sean?
I think she knows him personally a little bit, but he's a very famous big rapper.
Did I
around
say
for a
this?
long time.
She gets cameos from him.
Did I say this here that when we were watching the Yankees game with Tico, she was just like, "Oh yeah, my cousin should definitely come in here. Like he knows so much about football." I'm like, "Oh, like who's your?" She goes, "My cousin's OCU Minora." I go, "What?
No shit.
Yeah, she said that. I was like, "Yeah, he probably knows a lot. Win 2 Super Bowls."
Get his ass in here.
That's what I said. I was
Give him
like,
a hug.
I'd fucking hump that guy's
Love
leg.
that guy.
But like,
That was a monster. I want to just thank him.
Speaking of humping legs, Zah, how was your night last night?
what's that?
What's going on, Zah?
No. It's a yak thing.
We'll save
I
it.
know.
We'll save it
Yak
for
thing.
later.
So you have more viewers on a yak to tell it?
No, it's we talked about it on the yak yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard about that.
Zah gave me a little one of these. So.
I heard about that. Good for you.
We'll
Zach.
address that in a little bit, Brandon.
Are
What do you say?
there things to address? Are there updates?
Maybe. Yeah, I guess. Not really. I mean, it's not exciting. There is an update,
Okay, all right,
but
fair
yeah,
enough.
it's not really exciting.
Who's got a feel on tonight?
Fucking ain't quiet.
What? Oh, who's got a feel on tonight?
Rice.
Damian
Agreed.
Pierce.
Oh, the parlay.
But we're going to talk NFL football right now because we have.
That I don't have a feeling. I do, but I don't.
I hate the line. I'm not betting the line unless y'all convince me to bet the line.
I'm going to bet something. I don't know.
I'll convince you to bet the line.
I want you to convince me because right now it's Eagles minus 13.5. I think it's way too many points, but I cannot in good conscience bet the Houston Texans.
Like the Eagles are coming in as a feel-good, stay-right game. Their next game isn't until Monday night next week. So
Right.
they have a lot of time off. They're going to come. They're going to fucking start hot. They're going to stay hot. And then, fourth quarter, probably let off the gas a little bit. Backups come in, but their backups are still going to score against the Texans.
We're talking backups in the fourth quarter.
Dude, look at the Texans wide receiver core.
Your Cooks is out.
Cooks isn't even playing.
Look at it. I mean,
Also, I was-
like Pierce. He's a nice little player. Mills is okay. He's serviceable. Eagles defense is going to fucking eat him alive.
Also, the thing I would say too is it was a dreadful game. I doubt anyone watched it. I did though because I bet on it. But the Titans Texans, I mean, even with Willis at quarterback, they had zero threat of throwing the ball. I know it's Henry, but so they just ran the ball down the throat. I can't see why the Eagles couldn't do the same thing.
Look, one thing about Nick Sirianni's Eagles is they especially this year, they don't have letdown games. They don't. They come in.
They like zero pat. Like they knew we are running the ball every play, and they could not do a damn thing about it. Nothing.
Only thing I have to add, Jalen Hurts from Houston, hometown game for him.
Yeah, hometown
I think
game.
that's a real thing.
Like, I got 40 to 10 vibes from this game. 40 to 10 vibes.
Stats to know.
Wait, I got 2 stats to know. Over the past 2 seasons, double-digit road favorites are just 9-7 straight up, and 3-7 straight up when they are favored by at least 12 points. Double-digit home underdogs are up 28 units on the money line since the start of last season.
I ain't taking money line. Sure.
Against the spread as well, Philly would have.
Underdog.
I'm saying the Eagles are going to be prepared to play and come in.
The stats to know from Ebo. Underdogs of more than a field goal are 47-26 against the spread this year in the NFL. That's a more than 2/3, a little bit more than 2/3, I think. No, it's more than that. I don't know math.
47-26
Yeah, 40. That's 47
52 and 26
against the spread, right?
Yeah, that's 47 out of 73.
47 minus
Damn good.
28.6.
Damn good.
It's
Plus
damn good.
18.4 units
Yeah, so
after the juice.
yeah, so you've got underdogs more than a field goal, 47-26 against the spread. Texans are the biggest home dog in Thursday night football history at plus 14. The Jags.
That line started at 9, by the way.
Yeah, it's been bet. It's been
9?
screaming, which tells me to bet the Eagles. But
Yeah.
all right, the Jags to score first this season. That prop is 7-1.
Ooh.
But against
Really?
the spread in the full game, they're 2-6.
Surprising.
Yeah, when are you going to back off of the Trevor Lawrence to Canton talk?
Well, you haven't been here recently,
Yes.
but I have.
Okay.
It is. No, it's true.
Yeah, he
Keeping you in check.
I have. We had that conversation the other day.
No longer Brandon Walker's boy toy. He can
Yeah.
confirm that.
And the other day, you used to actually, when you weren't here, you would watch a show. Now you don't even watch a show?
I didn't know the other day, no.
You didn't watch it Monday or Tuesday?
I didn't know. I didn't.
What were you doing?
I didn't.
What were you doing?
Working.
Crafting one blog?
Always the knocks.
Alabama is 6-2 6-2 against the spread in their last.
No, I was gonna say that that draft class. I think there's only one guy that's trending this way. I'm just saying.
They still lost to the Cowboys. Everyone's like he's trending this.
But I mean,
like,
he can't help that they give up.
Let's slow
Also,
it down.
yeah, it's also like saying his turd is the least stinky of the shit right now because
No,
the rest of that draft class
he
is.
Mac
he's
Jones
going this
you
way.
can't-
Claypool moves good too.
I'm just saying he's going this
Mac
way.
Jones is going that way. Zach Wilson's going that way. Trevor Lawrence is going that way. Fine. Trey Lance can't get
He's
on the
going
field.
this way.
But Fields is already down there, so he's like this.
They all were down.
Also, I don't.
Well,
I'm not,
Mac Jones wasn't.
I'm not
He
sure-
made the playoffs.
Besides Mac Jones, they all
I'm
were
not sure
down.
Fields' arrow's doing this. I think it's like doing this.
It lifted a little bit of his
Yeah.
finger.
You'll never get enough. You guys never get you don't know ball.
You're trying to give him too much credit.
No, I mean he's played great the last few games.
He's played fine.
2 games.
Played
Two
fine.
games.
He was great against the Patriots. I agree with that.
And he played very well against the Cowboys too. I
In a
mean,
game they never gave a team a chance.
I mean,
that game was over.
but they
Garbage time is easy to score.
no. That's you didn't watch the game.
They cut it to 3 in the third quarter.
Yeah, they were.
And I'm sorry.
You can't help
Point conversion that they got blown up. They would have cut it to
Defense gives up
3.
a million
Yeah.
points. Like, what is he gonna do about that?
I was rooting for the Bears in that game. People had the Cowboys.
Do you think Zach Wilson's the smartest quarterback for saying that he doesn't care about stats, even though he's statistically one
I
of
think
the
Zach
worst?
Wilson is a nobody, and the
He's a
fact that he
bad
got
quarterback.
drafted like second. Yeah, he's a backup.
He's not the guy. Yeah,
I think
guy.
you
He's
just
the
got to
Jets
like that's
draft
one you
class
can
is
really just. There's no
I can already
like,
tell. Yeah.
Is he? It's like you just got to let it go.
Like Trevor has done some things where I think he's gonna keep a starting job in the league for 10
Shown
years.
you at one point like, oh, maybe he can.
Yeah.
Like, Zach Wilson never has.
No. And the only interesting thing about Zach Wilson is when we find out who he's fucking or 40-year-old women and stuff like that.
And the franchises like that have to keep restarting, it just keeps setting them back.
So they
Like, you
started
look at
5
the Jets.
Started 5-2, and then Zach Wilson just sucks. So there's no.
got-
Do they even have hope right now, even though they're 5-3?
He's got
Oh,
3
weird.
touchdowns.
Yeah.
5
Jets took
interceptions.
Christian Hackenberg in the second round after they took Geno Smith in the second round, and Christian Hackenberg threw like 30 or 40 interceptions in his career.
Is he still in the league?
no.
And State Penn,
He was out of the league in like
State Penn wasn't even throwing at the time. Like they weren't like a widespread offense or
He was good as
ridiculous.
his freshman year, and then the rest of the time he sucked.
And he threw 30 for his
That's what I'm
career.
saying. Penn
Like
State, he was
it's
awful. He
the
wasn't even a
Jets
good quarterback at
draft
Penn
just
State.
being here and following it, like it's insane.
Bryce
how bad
Petty.
they are. Yeah, they're so bad.
Sam Darnold.
They drafted a bunch of guys.
They went
like that
2
that stunk.
second rounders back to back.
Kyle Brady?
That's a tight end.
That's tight end.
Yeah, but I mean, that was a big miss in the draft. Could
No, the worst was my dad still gets mad. Who was the kid from Ohio State? There's fuck.
There have been a lot of busts from Ohio State.
Yeah, he was like a D lineman or an outside linebacker.
Oh, Golson.
Golston. Vernon Golston?
With a lot of good players on the D line.
The quote was the man had 6
Lot of-
sacks his
Marty.
whole career or
A lot of
or
busts out of Ohio
6
State.
tackles, I think, his
Especially at
senior
the
year.
quarterback
And
position.
they said, well, when he takes his shirt
Name-
off,
name
he's a
2.
top 10 pick. My dad was like, why don't we just let horny girls make the picks then? This is ridiculous. I'm
Name
like,
2
"You got a
quarterback
point."
Ohio State busts. Name 2 busts.
Justin Fields and
Not a clearly not a bust yet.
Haskins?
To be determined.
Way too early to determine. that.
well, man, R.I.P. But
Bobby Hoying, Kirk Herbstreit.
But what round they get? You can't call an 8th round, 7th round pick a bust.
but Haskins,
We
Rest in peace.
let's
rest in peace. We're not going to talk bad about him.
I'm not
But
talking bad, but it's just like
Steelers quarterbacks don't look great. He could have been better. He was lit it up in the preseason.
what's that got to do with anything?
Was he a Steeler?
Yeah, he was. That was going to be his second chance.
There's another. Who turned into a wide receiver?
Terrell Pryor.
But that's not a bust.
Oh, he just was a bad quarterback.
Braxton Miller did too.
Braxton Miller.
But I'm saying that's not a bust. Like a bust is a high draft pick who stinks.
Did you say Troy Smith? Was he?
He didn't get
He
drafted.
was a fourth rounder.
Oh, he did get, yeah.
Like he was a Heisman.
He's the worst Heisman winner of all time.
You think that?
All right, so just we're just talking. They're bad.
Troy Smith's the worst Heisman winner ever.
So Ohio State quarterbacks aren't good enough to get drafted that early. We're saying.
I would say.
They were. But that was part of it. They were running quarterbacks until like 2 years ago.
Also, don't clip that because Troy Smith's in my DMs.
Yeah.
Great guy, mine as well. Great guy.
I would say.
Charlie Ward.
Jason White.
I would say O.J. Simpson's the worst Heisman winner of all time, but that's just me.
I'm going to tell Troy Smith you said that.
No, you're not.
We're friends as well. We talk.
No, you're not. And do you think that's him? Are we talking to Troy Smith, or is that just somebody running it?
No, it's him. It's definitely him.
I'm talking to him and Braxton Miller.
Yeah, me as well.
Hey, Braxton Miller.
Braxton's a good guy.
Yeah.
I was trying to get him part of the team over here.
Really? I've been trying to do that with somebody too, and they don't listen.
For the Ohio sports book.
They don't listen to me.
I don't think that. I think
Hire
they
people
also,
like that.
Let's have him wait till idle.
Braxton is still like a king in Columbus. They love him there still.
Why? He never won anything.
So is Greg Oden.
Yeah, I mean, when he won anything until like they won huge games, like they were really good when he was there.
That spin move versus Virginia Tech is worth being
Yeah.
treated like a legend.
Yeah.
That's like one of the greatest plays in the history of college football.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
an
that was
awesome
insane.
play.
No, he was a phenomenal player. I mean, he was one of the more like electric players in college football over the last like 20 years.
And y'all benched him and won a national title.
No, he got hurt. He hurt his arm.
And then you wouldn't give him his job back.
He hurt his shoulder. He couldn't play. And then he made a decision, I'm not going to be an NFL quarterback. Let me try to be a receiver, and he was good. And we won a national title.
Let's go through the NFL line, shall we?
Still got to build that parlay.
Let's build the parlay, shall we? Thank you very much.
Damian Pierce touchdown.
I like Damian Pierce based off what you said, over rushing attempts.
Okay, why do we keep coming with multiple things for the same guy?
Well, we didn't know we both were going. I just went touchdown.
I mean, if you think the
Maybe you suspended yourself.
Yeah, you suspended.
If you're saying that you watch the entire Texans game, they're not trying to throw the ball a lot?
No. I was saying they were playing the Titans, who were starting Willis, who was like a zero passing threat. They ran the ball every time.
Willis really zero passing threat?
Like they were awful. They ran the ball every single play, and the Texans could not stop it.
Derrick Henry, though.
Given it's Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the Eagles have a phenomenal offensive line as well.
Pierce has been incredible, though. Like, he really has.
I'm arguing more for, like, an Eagles rushing. Like, they should be able to just jam the ball down the Texans'
Okay,
throat.
all right. So we've got
it wouldn't surprise me if Hurts balls out. Running wise, because
He was plus money Sunday over 1.5 in a game where you figured the Eagles were going to score a lot of points, passing touchdowns. The two I like out there, you guys do whatever you want. Hurts over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Pierce attempts. That's the way I would lean.
I would agree with.
I also think the well's running a little dry on, even though the well's running a little dry on the field goals, even though it's still red hot.
Oh no, field goals is a definite.
See, I would go.
I agree with the
It's
Jalen
only 2.5
Hurts.
tonight.
2.5 tonight?
I agree with Jalen Hurts. I agree with Jalen Hurts over 1.5 touchdowns.
The only way that would be tough is they take the foot off the gas, and if they concentrate.
What do y'all think about A.J. Brown touchdown? I mean, the man just had 3 the other day. Why not just keep the hot streak going?
I actually
He's a bad person, but he's a good receiver.
that
is he a
leads
bad
into my
person?
prop for
Bad person?
tonight
What's the matter with you?
Bad person?
Oh, because he's
from Starkville and went to
Morally
Ole Miss.
bankrupt, yeah.
My prop is actually Devontae Smith over 51.5 because AJ had the huge game Sunday. This is a game indoors. I think that fits Smith's skill set on turf. And
I like that.
I think this is the game they're going to get Devontae Smith involved. And I think I like the 51.5.
Jay Brown's hot. That's all I'm saying.
I know.
Would you rather do Devontae Smith? Do you vote Devontae Smith?
It's the yardage.
Like I
like over 51.5.
every single
Strong plays
game
the
in
turf.
which Devontae Smith is taking a back seat, they actively try to get him involved the next.
All right, let's put it together.
Devonta Smith.
Hold on.
51.5.
Yes.
I also just throw out over 282 yards for Jalen Hurts rushing and passing.
Y'all just shitting on A.J. Brown touchdown, even though the motherfucker.
I just think 3 touchdowns. It's
No, he
like,
can get.
You know how it is, though,
very,
when we get to
hot.
touchdown?
Very
It
easily
was
get
hot with
touchdown.
all the touchdowns, but, like, everything can go right on what we're scripting, and if the guy doesn't get in the end zone, we're fucked.
I did
What
hit.
was the game where Devontae Adams – you were hot. I'm not knocking you.
So I hit Chubb the other day.
What was the game when Devontae Adams went berserk? And we couldn't
Well,
get in the end
it
zone?
was because no, he scored. It was because receptions.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had 150 yards.
He had like 5 catches
reverse.
with.
Yeah, we had you over in Travis Kelce yards. He got 24 yards, but 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, all right, fair.
Okay, shut up. Devontae Smith over 61.5. That's what we got.
51.5.
51.5. Field goals. Anybody have a problem with that?
No. Yeah, that's
Even over 2.5, I'd still put it in there.
Yeah.
Why not?
And do we want to use Marty's Damian Pierce touchdown? I mean, if it's a 40-10 game, like Smitty
What
said,
about
it's
Hurts
only
over-
one touchdown for the Texans.
Hurts over 1.5. We don't know. Smitty, you're saying take your foot off the gas. I don't think even against the Texans in the NFL, like, I don't know, no lead safe. The Texans are spunky. Like, I think the Eagles
Plus, Philly's going to be losing a World Series game at the same time. They're going to need to put up points.
over 1.5.
Hey, my opinion with the over 1.5. If Jalen Hurts is going to get passing touchdowns, they're going to need to be from 15 yards out. Otherwise, they're going to be rushing it in.
Well, that's fine. I agree with the over 1.5.
Okay.
That's what I was going to say. The touchdown score, like Jalen Hurts is minus 160 to score.
I would almost
Sanders minus 155.
I would almost like book Jalen Hurts scoring a touchdown over 1.5 passing.
Minus 160 is crazy, though.
Well, that's just telling you exactly what they're going to try to do.
I like over 1.5. What do y'all think? Jalen Hurts touchdown against over 1.5.
I'm advising against.
He says Jalen Hurts touchdown.
How many? What's the prop on
I'm
Eagles
taking myself out
touchdowns
of this.
total?
No, the Eagles are playing. Goddamn it, I'm asking you.
Wait, what's the line on
Yes.
over 1.5 passing touchdown?
My parlay would be Hurts touchdown, Devontae Smith over yards. Those would be my two props. I mean, but Mush has been on. He's been on these bets.
He's been
hot.
Right, but you know what? I'm gonna just do my own again.
No, I banned myself from these picks for that reason.
The Eagles are playing.
I know that's why.
I'm just giving my advice. You guys do what you want with it. You'll see my picks later.
Ebo, what do you think?
Yeah, he's got 95 million of them again.
Oh, come on.
What do you think?
I'm a little lost at this point where we are at.
Okay.
To be honest, I know we have the
Rico
field goals.
Rico and I
If
like
it's only minus 121.
Rico and I like over 1.5 touchdowns passes
Correct.
for Jalen Hurts. This side of the room prefers Jalen Hurts to score a touchdown by himself.
Okay.
I want Sanders.
You know what we could do? We could go two different parlays. One side of the room promotes theirs, the other time.
No.
Okay.
No, we're together.
Okay.
I don't want.
When you give this country two options to pick between things, they pick the wrong one.
There he is. Yeah, I like that one.
Took a while.
I don't like I'd rather if I had to pick 1.5.
God damn it! Somebody have some nuts.
If we're going with
I don't
going
want
with the
any
Eagles passing
Sanders.
script, correct?
What do you mean Sanders? Sanders
Miles,
touchdown?
Miles Sanders, yes.
But that wasn't one of the ones we were discussing.
I don't care. You said grab your nuts. That's what I said. I'm the touchdown guy. Put it on the board.
And I want Damian Pierce
Going to run the ball down their throat. I've been saying it the
I
whole
want both.
show.
I want both.
You want Pierce touchdown and Sanders touchdown.
Grabbing our nuts. I'm not fucking dill down.
Now everybody wants to be in the parlay.
I mean, me and Big Ev honestly have been pretty good.
I've hit got to be 6 of 8, 5 of 7 on these touchdowns.
You know what? That's fine. We are doing that. Me and you are doing our own parlay. Y'all can have that one.
Don't separate the
I don't hate theirs. I'm gonna probably play both, but yeah, I got you.
All right, so Rico, can you text me your guys' parlay, and Big Ev, can you text me?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll do one.
No, it's Smitty.
But I don't.
suspended.
I like the Smith yards.
Yeah, I'm
Like
suspended.
I want the parlay to be what's on the board.
This is just my advice.
All right, that's the parlay right there. There it is. What is it? What does it pay out?
It's probably not crazy. I'm gonna guess 7 to 1, 6.
There it is.
Wait, it's only those three legs. We're not putting
It's
any
minus
Hurts stuff
150,
in.
minus 190, and then
Oh, they're pussies. They're pussies. Hey, Jalen Hurts is going back to Houston.
We got
and we're
plus
not putting a
500.
Jalen Hurts. We're not putting a Jalen Hurts going home thing in the parlay.
So put it on there. Whatever. Put it on.
All right, look, fuck it. Well, let's just bet both.
You know what? Fuck y'all. Over 1.5 for Jalen
Yeah,
Hurts.
put it on there. I don't give a shit.
Fuck both of y'all.
I was never adamantly against it. I'm
Bet
So
it
Miles
at 5
Sanders
to
out.
1.
Miles
No,
Sanders out
leave
or
it.
in?
Leave
Okay.
it.
and
All right, 4-legger.
Yeah, do a 3-legger and a 4-legger.
Hurts might rush.
Do a 4.
Hurts might rush for 3 touchdowns.
I think this exercise
You
of
only
building,
talk up when we get.
We're done.
this parlay exercise has proved that no one here has any cooperation skills.
That's agreeable.
That's all I've learned over
That
the past 4 weeks.
There it is. Devontae Smith over 51.5. Over 2.5 field goals. Sanders touchdown. Jalen Hurts pass TD over 1.5. Also, A.J. Brown should be in there too. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There it is. Plus 1,100.
B. Hurts throws one to Sanders. That'd be beautiful.
Be big.
I don't know that I like the Sanders one in there, to be honest.
All right. I don't give a shit what you like.
They've been feeding them.
Aren't they going to mix in Gainwell?
We'll see my picks later.
I don't give a shit what you think.
Like how I'm safe for life because I stumbled into this field goal thing that's just been red hot.
Well, the very opposite of safe for life in this room. In the NFL, here we go. The lines, Sunday, November 6th. Buffalo Bills are at the New York Jets. The Jets are plus 12.5 at home. The total's 46.5. Your thoughts, Jets fan?
Not a Jets fan.
Your thought? You are, aren't you? No, you're a Mets fan. That rhymes with Jets.
Yeah.
Giants. You are.
It's gonna be tough laying the 12 with the Bills now, back-to-back double favorites. But I've always been against the Jets. I think the Jets suck. It's tough. I don't know. I would look at the Bills.
Buildings.
What's the total? I would look at the Bills team total.
Is this one of those?
47.5.
Yeah. What does that get me? 28.
Is this one of those buildings where the Bills will have a lot of people in the stands?
1,000%. And more so, they were talking about us on WFAN. More so with the Jets losing to the Patriots. So that was a geared up game. Now you're like you said, 5-3. Are we really gonna make the playoffs? Probably not. Sell the tickets. Bills travel. Place will be 60% Bills.
The Panthers are at the Bengals. The Panthers are plus 7.5. Now, the Panthers, after they've made all the changes, are not that bad. They cover spreads. What do we think about this one?
Bengals.
Yeah.
Bounce back.
I like the Panthers.
I'm choosing between the Bengals are on my list for Survivor, and I'm
I kind of like the Panthers.
I think that's like the rat line of the week a little. I wish it would be 7 for the Bengals. I may buy the half to 7.
If I get it to like 1.
If you look back that bad, and then the Carolina, I think there could be a hangover after what happened to them.
The only thing that worries me is
they just have nothing to lose. They're
playing for jobs.
They're playing for jobs, and the Bengals have all this hype. They played one of the worst football games I've ever seen ever.
Short week.
See, but in the NFL, I love like fading it like off that.
Yeah.
Like I like when a
Bounce
team
back spot.
looks terrible and like the bounce back. Like, and the Bengals have kind of been a little bit of that team. Like early on, they look like shit. They bounce back, have a little run. They look like shit on Monday. I think they could bounce back.
The Packers are on the road at the Detroit Lions. The Packers minus 3.5. Oh yeah.
If this is
have
the
to
last,
bet the Lions.
No, I think this is the last game you can bet the Packers. Last one.
You have to just give them one more chance.
The last
Lions
no
losing a huge piece of their offense in Hawkinson too. Like
over.
But these teams are like when we see coaches getting fired, when we see players getting traded, these
New
teams
DB coach.
Teams are still playing well.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Panthers got rid of the receiver, got rid of the running back, and then got better.
Yeah, well, the Lions didn't cover last week, so fuck them.
That was brutal. Over.
Also, do the Lions play every? Is it just me? I only pay attention to them when they're at home. Seems like they play every game at home.
When they're at home, they play shootouts at home.
The Colts are at the Patriots. The Patriots are 5.5 point favorites. 39.5 is the total. The Patriots remain, to me, the biggest Jekyll and Hyde team. They'll suck and then they'll be great.
Ellinger looks so bad. I don't know if I can trust him.
Second week though, maybe.
I think that over-under should be 35 or 36. I'm going to go under.
Honestly, the under, I kind of
under. Yeah, 39.5. So 3 or 4 points too high.
This was my other option too. I think I'm going to take the Patriots and survive. Like Belichick's got to outsmart Ellinger here, right? Especially after Fields making him pulling his pants down a couple of weeks ago. Patriots got to show up here.
I think I like the under. I
won't bet the Patriots. I'm done with. I can't figure them out.
I definitely see them winning by a field goal.
I bet them last week. That worked out, but
I could see it being 6-0.
So here's a Marty Mush game. He's had strong opinions about both these teams over the years. The LA Chargers minus 3 on the road at the Atlanta Falcons.
This would be a hell of a game if the
plus
Falcons
3.
can pull this out.
I'm a Falcons guy there because Justin Herbert is a pretty good quarterback.
What's the total in that one?
49.5.
Two words. 2 words.
Falcons.
Over.
Yeah.
I think this one could get kind of wild too.
Maybe that was one word.
2 words. Hyphenated.
Falcons.
The Raiders on the road at the Jacksonville Jags.
Done with the Raiders.
What's the line?
I'm done with the Jags.
Raiders by
Where are we
1.5.
That is a
Raiders
done
get
ball.
shut out last
That's
week.
just a
Derek
done
Carr
ball.
can't
Done
do
ball. I'm
anything.
done with both too.
The Jags have been favored over. They were favored over the Giants. Were they favored last week over somebody?
Plus 2.5 in London against Denver.
Yeah. And they're
They blew it yet again.
they are the Raiders are minus 1.5 on the road at the Jags. Both teams have just
when you
sucked.
think the Raiders, I said it. I'm like, hey, keep an eye on the Raiders and the Cardinals. They're both showing a little bit of life. The Cardinals showed it for a little. The Raiders looked good. They look bad. I can't figure them out. What the fuck are they doing?
If Peterson still had Minshew, if Urban Meyer didn't dish him last year, I bet you Minshew would be starting by now and they'd be winning.
The Dolphins are minus 5 on the road against the Chicago Bears. I got to stop and talk about the Dolphins for a second because that front office is just dominating right now. They gave 2 of the weapons they had to have. They went out and used their picks, and they got Tyreek Hill. They picked Jalen Waddle last year, and now during the season, when other teams are doing rentals like Roquan Smith, the Ravens are renting Roquan Smith for 10 games. The Dolphins went out and got Bradley Chubb and immediately signed him to a 6-year extension. Dolphins front
but
office
they gave up
first round pick.
No, they gave up their number 1 running back, according to you, Chase Edmonds.
That wasn't even, was it Chase Edmonds or was
Yeah.
it Mostert? It was
No.
Chase Edmonds.
It was Edmonds.
Okay, because I had him to go over like to 24 yards or something.
It's a good slight.
One time.
It's a decent slight dig.
Mm-hmm.
Just a slight jab.
Dolphins.
I think he got 2 carries that game.
He was awful.
Dolphins Bears. I do have a take. Brandon, the weather. I actually looked at the weather already. It looks good. I like over 45.5. The Bears stripping down that D. The Miami. I think that's too low a total.
What do you make about the Dolphins being pesky in terms of the AFC playoff race?
I think the Dolphins aren't going to be pesky. I think the Dolphins are good. I think the Dolphins.
As long as Tua's not,
I think the Dolphins are a top 3 or 4 favorite. Bills, Chiefs, and then Dolphins are probably right behind them. Who's
Ravens?
Well, that's the one I want to put up there. I know the Ravens blow a lot of leads, but they go get a lot of fucking leads. Like they score a lot. I think the Ravens are.
Can't count out the Ravens.
If the Dolphins, if Tua doesn't get hurt, the Dolphins
100%.
7-1.
Tua did. Miami did beat Baltimore too.
Oh.
I think the Dolphins are better than the Eagles.
Hey, look at me, and I agree.
All right.
The Eagles are getting by with a bad schedule. The Dolphins are good.
Dolphins are really good.
I don't necessarily disagree with that. As long as Tua's healthy.
Smitty, me and Marty were talking.
I don't know.
I think the Dolphins with Tua have proven they can beat anybody.
And
like long shots AFC, I would probably play
just get
Dolphins
again?
Ravens.
Yeah.
If you can't play Chiefs and Bills.
8 words, Smitty. Overrated. Dead.
Second best 2 word in the English language beyond default.
We go to.
would you go? I'm sorry. Would you go? Bills, Chiefs, Dolphins.
I think I would. Who would you in the AFC
No.
AFC, that's a no-brainer.
or on the whole thing?
Ravens.
I still got Ravens.
Still putting the Ravens third.
I don't know why.
Oh no, I'm putting the Dolphins third with Tua.
Tua threw for
It's all
600
about-
yards against the Ravens.
It's all about Tua. Can he stay healthy?
That I don't know at all.
Yeah.
Looking at his last.
Tua walked into Baltimore and won.
Oh no, that was crazy. That 4-quarter comeback.
If Tua plays every game this year, he's the MVP probably. Like seriously.
I agree. They gave him weapons.
That receiving core, yeah, it's
fine, but he's averaging like
right.
9.5 yards an attempt. Everything will.
Touchdowns through him.
Yeah, he's good.
Also going to be tough though in the playoffs when Miami does not win their division and has to go on the road like 3 times, and Baltimore wins their division and has home games.
They've proven that they can kind of do it.
Not everybody
Still,
can be the Giants.
that's a real thing.
What are you looking at him for? Everybody
Me
fucking.
and him are in lockstep right now.
Everyone
This is
agrees.
my friend Marty.
But everyone
My
agrees
friend
with
Marty.
that.
Me and Marty can talk sometimes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I felt like it was a good take.
Yeah.
And we agreed.
Mad at me because y'all gonna lose the World Series after starting Syndergaard in Game 5, and you get mad at Dusty.
You act like
Amazing
Syndergaard is
Dusty
supposed to go
Baker, coach.
9 full and fuck everybody in the ass. He's going to go through the lineup once, and then the bullpen's going to be fresh as
Saying you don't want to see Syndergaard fuck everybody in the ass tonight?
He might not get through it.
him fucking people in the ass is going through 3 innings and giving up 1 run, and I will
Tell you what, if he does fuck them all in the ass, they'll be Thor.
You used to be able to listen about Syndergaard fuck people in the ass.
Oh my God, that was pretty good too.
Yeah, that's true. You can.
I wasn't listening. I was taking my bow. Here's what's good too.
Yeah.
And we'll do the rest of the lines later. Sometimes you have to say F it and free your fire. Sometimes you just, when going into gambling, you just say F it and you lean on whatever you're leaning on, whatever you're feeling that day. And for some godforsaken reason, he's been amped up all day. And Smitty I'm talking about, has the Fireball F it pick of the day. Smitty, what is the Fireball F it pick of the day?
Look, riddle me this, Brandon Walker. How many games have gone over in the World Series thus far? Uno. Game 1 went over. Then you went under. Today, it's not only going over, but the Phillies are getting the team total over as well as money line. Book it together. That's your effort Fireball pick of the game, pick of the day. They are 2-0 in bullpen games. This is a pure magical night for the World Series, for baseball, for life. The Phillies take Game 4. They go to, Game 5, and they go back into Texas with a 3-2 lead.
Do you think tonight,
As well as the team total over.
there's any in between, or it's just a disaster or an amazing day for Philly?
I think there's an in between. I mean,
There's no in between. It all depends. It all depends on the Phillies. The Eagles could lose this game, and if the Phillies win, everybody would be like, okay, well, it's a sacrifice. It sucks, but it's a sacrifice.
Eagles game means
They can't lose.
0.
Yeah.
You ask me.
It does mean
It's all about the Phillies.
they're not going to lose.
okay,
they
picks.
Play well.
Give me that dumbass card, Smitty.
You got the over, 7.5. You got the Phillies. You love the Oilers tonight. Coastal App State. I heard nobody talk about college football here on the program yet. Over. And also, so you got Boston Scott and Kenny Gainwell for anytime TD. Pretty low for backup running backs, 330 and 350, which means
10 more seconds.
Which means they're going to be playing a lot in the second half. Last TD, Boston Scott and Kenny Gainwell, plus 1,600, plus 1,800. Look at that.
That is it. I like that theory.
Look at it, Brandon.
I looked at it. Marty Mush, go.
I'm a horrible gambler.
I know.
Just go past me. I'm horrible. I'm 1-8.
There you go. There's your picks. Real quick, before Big F gives his picks, App State Coastal, weird-ass line tonight. Go ahead, Big F.
Weird.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I forgot to send it. I took App State. I'm on App State -3. Rice -3.5, and the under in UTEP Rice 48.
It's at Coastal. Why is App State a 3-point favorite?
Because they're going to win. Right. App State.
I got Rice -4. My hockey play of the night, which is 1-0 in its last 1 games, is Red Wings money line. Nuggets Thunder under 229. Ben Mintz.
Name one player for the Red Wings.
I can't.
I got over 7.5 Phillies Astros, under 45.5 Eagles Texans. I got the Devontae Smith over first half under Rice UTEP, and I took Coastal Ev, but something's weird about it. I'm taking Coastal. I don't know that I feel great about it though.
Patrick Roy. I don't know. Go.
Wow.
Pena to double plus 450. Warriors -8. Pierce rushing attempts over. Hurts passing over. And parlay the Eagles money line. Hurts passing and Pierce attempts plus 325.
All right, Scotty Bowman's got him on lockdown.
I don't know why we thought it was going to be a team thing there. We did all that arguing. He just had his own Thursday night parlay anyway.
He does it every time.
He just had his own. Like, why did we?
He starts.
Why did we make that a big deal?
Like
when
Boston
he was just
Scott?
sitting there with his own parlay.
Does his own every time.
Hey, Smitty, you like Boston Scott tonight?
I like him or Gainwell. Yeah.
All right. Goddard, double dip, plus 1,300. Add it, please.
For what? TD?
2 TDs.
2 TDs.
I was going to do Boston Scott at 30 to 1.
I'll just leave this room, please. Thank you. The Yakuza next.